about that time, kitties. Listener discretion is advised. And tonight we're going to be talking about serial killers. And tonight we're going to be talking about Theodore Bundy. So, relax. Get something to drink, something to snack on, or pick up a book. But yeah, tonight we're going to be delving deep, or what we can find on the net, about Theodore Bundy. Thank you for listening, guys. Alright, kitties. Today we're going to be learning about Theodore Bundy, also known as Ted Bundy. For some reason, women seem to be attracted to this man, and this man is one of the most horrific serial killers on all the nation. Responsible for over a shit ton of murders, including women and children, more likely adolescent girls. So sit back, sit tight, and let the Golden Matthews soothe your yearning for learning.
Or for some reason, my damn voice.
Yeah, you females are like attracted to his voice for some weird reason, and you don't hear him the way I hear him on the podcast. You guys hear his deep ass voice on like recording through the podcast, so it's actually like what? Like I keep getting like requests for his voice. I'm like, all right, bet I'll deliver. I'll deliver.
But details on his victims is 30 confessed confirmed kills.
Jesus Christ.
And the total is unconfirmed.
I mean, yeah, because God knows when he started.
And according to him, before he was executed, to the person who was interrogating him before that execution, apparently he said he had 50.
I couldn't believe that, though, because
I could too.
Like, you know,
that man was insane, but he was intelligent.
He was like a master manipulator.
He was.
I mean, come on, like from what we know from his background, people like they said supposedly his grandma and grandpa were his mom and dad. Yeah, I don't see why girls found that shit attractive. He looks kind of like, meh.
I mean, it's preference.
Yeah, I mean.
Plus, from the time period he was in.
He was what you call the hot. Excuse my standards, ladies. I'm not like that. I'm not all into fucking Bundy. If anything, I was all like fucking retarded over Richard Ramirez. Yeah, I was one of those fucking idiots.
Too many people are.
Yeah, now I'm like into God knows what. Everything.
Except Bundy.
Except Bundy, because, yeah, I just can't. I don't understand how girls can be like, oh my.
It could also be a thing where you know what he's done and
oh my, yeah, isn't there like a psychological disorder with that shit?
Yes.
I'm like, I can't, I just, yeah.
You know what he's done.
Yeah.
Some people will still find him
attractive,
but others will find him creepy.
That's just like hella wrong though. It's so many aspects. I mean, come on.
Okay. Bundy was regarded as handsome and charismatic. The charismatic part might have been what got them as well.
Yeah, true. He was charming.
Because sure, you can look decent, but that doesn't mean anything if your personality is shit.
Mm-hmm.
Take notes, people. Take notes. Good personalities get you farther.
Shitty personalities don't get you jack shit.
Except shitty people.
Attract shitty people, get your ass ghosted, and probably, you know, everything else.
Or if you're a person who can, left with a baby alone.
Yeah.
Take notes, people. Take notes.
Don't be a shitty human.
Cookie!
Cookies is... Yeah, I decided to go get Roberto because I was craving it.
And I was required to talk about Ted Bundy, so...
Yep, the females requested.
And charismatic. Traits that he exploited to win the trust of victims in society. He would typically approach his victims in public places, any injury or disability, or impersonating an authority figure, before knocking them unconscious and taking them to secluded locations to rape and strangle them.
Well, as we know, he's an O.
He sometimes revisited his victim, grooming and performing sexual acts with the decomposing corpses until purification.
Sexy necrophilia.
And destruction by wild animals made any further interactions impossible. He decapitated at least 12 victims and kept some of the severed heads as mementos in his apartment. On a few occasions, he broke into dwellings at night and bludgeoned his victims as they slept. In 1975, Bundy was arrested and jailed in Utah for aggravated kidnapping and attempted criminal assault. He then became a suspect in a progressively longer list of unsolved homicides in several states. Facing murder charges in Colorado, he engineered 2 dramatic escapes and committed further assaults in Florida, including 3 murders before his ultimate recapture in 1978 for the Florida homicides. He received 3 death sentences and 2 trials. Bundy was executed in the electric chair at Florida State Prison in Relford, Florida on January 24th, 1989. He was a lot more fucked up than she thought.
Mm-hmm.
I knew about that.
Did you know his executioner was a woman?
All his victims were.
No, but the person who pulled the switch on him was a woman.
As it should be.
I was like, yeah. What was I gonna say? About that dude, didn't he have a child?
I believe he did.
Yeah, it was one
I
of
believe
like,
he actually had a family.
Yeah, well, like when he was
That's what scares people the most.
Yeah, because he was actually he was with somebody else. He was with somebody who was like a single parent, and she had a daughter, and like they were like a family. They were a family, and then when he was arrested and he was in jail or he was in prison, he married somebody else, and she got pregnant and she had him like jack off in a condom and like give that transfer it that way so she can impregnate herself. She actually has a kid. Like, yeah. I don't know what she looks like. Ted Bundy's daughter.
What's really worse is you don't want to be the person known as Ted Bundy's child.
Right? You don't be like,
So I wouldn't blame them if they don't have any pictures shown about them.
Ted Bundy's child. Rose Bundy, also known as Rosa, is believed to be the only child of the infamous serial killer Ted Bundy. She was born in early October 1982, making her 38 years old. Her mother, Carol Ann Boone, met Bundy while working at the Department of Emergency Services in Olympia, Washington. So she actually knew him before all this other stuff. Let's see. I mean, I don't think she would want to be, like known as Ted Bundy's daughter.
Of course not.
Because that's like it's like the chick there, the BTK killer's daughter. When
you don't want to be known
when she found out what her dad was doing,
crimes.
yeah, she was so fucking like, what the fuck? I mean,
Because
I would.
not only would you have an issue of who knows how many people might try to kill you,
Exactly.
but it would be a shadow that would almost be damn impossible to overcome.
Very true.
So I hope for her sake that she is in something else that she's proven herself.
Yeah. Let me see.
But I fear in some cases it could be the worst case scenario.
Let me see. I'm trying to find a valid point here. She purposefully maintains a low profile as the offspring of one of the most infamous murderers in modern history. It'd be difficult to lead to even a normal conversation at parties. Some speculate that Boone remarried and changed her name and is living in Oklahoma as one Abigail Griffin, but nobody knows for sure. Of course she's gonna change her name. Like, who wants to be known as the crazy person that married Ted Bundy and had his love child? Yikes. Did you ever see the Zach? Oh yeah, you don't watch movies. There's a fucking movie on Netflix. Like it's the Ted Bundy thing. It's a Ted Bundy movie. And let's see. Really? recording. Rude. Ted Bundy in Tallahassee. Yeah, I don't see the attraction. He looks like a fucking foot. I mean,
A foot would look
a
bad.
foot with unibrow. That's what it is. A foot with he's like a fucking toe with the unibrow. Fucking yeah, I can't. I don't know how women can find that attractive. No, what I'm saying is, it's funny how women are attracted to that kind of type of monster without, really a thought process of,
What they actually are.
what they're actually into. Like, oh my god, this man is, the bee's knees. I want to have his baby. He's gonna be he's a serial killer. Blah blah blah. And there's actually there is a mental disorder for women who like serial murderers and shit like that. And I don't know. I'm just kind of amazed at how people can be like that. It's amazing.
I'm gonna read a little bit something
Alright.
from the victims tab. The
Alright.
night before his execution, Bundy confessed to 30 homicides, but the true total remains unknown. Published estimates have run as high as 100 or more.
Holy shit.
And if they do find out that he did kill that many, he would have been the most dangerous serial killer in the world.
Oh, I believe it. I mean,
And Bundy occasionally made cryptic comments to encourage the speculation. He
have you
told
watched his
Hugh
trials?
Ainsworth in 1980 that for every murder publicized, there could be one that was not.
Never
When
seen the Ted Bundy
FBI
movie?
agents proposed a total tally of 36, Bundy responded, "Add one digit to that and you'll have it."
Jesus Christ. I mean,
So that could be, according to Bundy, 360 to 369.
Jesus Christ, this dude was on a roll. No, like,
Think about how many victims then were.
yeah. Not to mention the age range of those women, though.
It's why he was considered one person that he was considered the most dangerous in the world for a reason. You did not go outside at night anymore.
No. There's a movie on Netflix. Zac Efron plays Ted Bundy in it. That shit is fucking crazy. I watched it because I was all like, all I kept thinking was High School Musical. And I started cracking up. And then, like, when the serious parts happen, when the murder scenes and shit, I'm like, holy fuck. Like, who knew that Zac Efron could, like, turn the happy-go-lucky kid to fucking serial killer? I mean, damn.
And then you think about how many were actually,
Victims.
and then how many people were not found.
Yeah, exactly. And there's actually a book by Anna Rule. It's called Stranger Beside Me. She actually worked with Ted Bundy when they were doing like the suicide hotline type of thing. Like, I have the book. You can borrow it if you want. I mean,
I might look into it.
this shit's crazy as hell.
The way I look at it, though, is I have to think about it in this form. When he said add one more digit to that, it could mean
Yeah.
one at the front, one in the middle, or one at the end.
Exactly. This shit's crazy though.
And
Like,
that alone is frightening.
it is.
Because it could mean he had 300 victims, or it could mean he had 100-something victims.
I mean,
And you would have no clue, because
he used a hacksaw on a couple of them too.
and there's no telling if he had put them through a fucking wood chipper.
True. What about his escapes out of jail during his trials? Did we see that shit?
Oh, let me read off on the escapes.
Cookies, any opinions?
Alright, escapes. On June 7th, 1977, Evan Bundy was transported 40 miles, 64 kilometers from the Garfield County Jail in Yellow Springs to Bicton County Courthouse in Aspen for a preliminary hearing. He had elected to serve as his own attorney, and as such, was excused by the judge for wearing handcuffs or leg shackles. During a recess, he asked to visit courthouse law library to research his case. While shielded from his guard's view behind a bookcase, he opened a window and jumped to the ground from the second story, injuring his right ankle as he landed. After shedding an outer layer of clothing, he walked through Aspen as roadblocks were being set up on its outskirts, and he hiked out southward into Aspen Mountain. Near its summit, he broke into a hunting cabin, stole food, clothing, and a rifle. The following day, he left the cabin and continued south toward the town of Crested Butte, but became lost in the forest for 2 days. He wandered aimlessly on the mountain, missing 2 trails that led downward to his intended destination. On June 10th, he broke into a camping trailer on Marin Lake, 10 miles south of Aspen, taking food and a ski parka. But instead of continuing southward, he walked back north toward Aspen, eluding roadblocks and search parties along the way. 3 days later, he stole a car at the edge of Aspen golf course. Cold, sleep-deprived, and in constant pain from his sprained ankle, he drove back into Aspen, where 2 police officers noticed his car weaving in and out lane, pulled him over. He had been a fugitive for 6 days in a car where maps of the mountain area around Aspen that prosecutors were using to discriminate the location of Graham Campbell's body as his own attorney. Bundy had his rights of discovery, indicating that his escape was not a spontaneous act, but it had been planned.
Jesus.
Let me breathe, people. Back in jail in Linwood Springs, Bundy ignored the advice of friends and legal advisors to stay put. The cases against him, already weak at best, was deteriorating steadily as pre-trial motions constantly resolved in his favor, and significant bits of evidence were ruled inadmissible. A more rational defendant might have realized that he had a good chance of acquittal, whatever that word is, and that beating the murder charge in Colorado would probably have dissuaded other prosecutors with as little as a year and a half to serve on the Orange Convention. Had Bundy had Ted preserved, he could have been a free man. Instead, Bundy assembled a new escape plan. He acquired a detailed floor plan of the jail and a hacksaw blade from other inmates, and accumulated $500 in cash, smuggled in over a 6-month period. He later said by visitors, Carol and Owen in particular, during the evenings while other prisoners were shown, he saw a hole in about 1 square foot, 0.93 meters square, between a steel reinforcing bar and his cell ceiling, and having lost 35 pounds, was able to wiggle through it into a crawl space above. In the weeks that followed, he made a series of practice runs exploring the space. Multiple reports from an informant of movement within the ceiling during the night were not investigated.
Jeez.
By late 1977, Bundy's impending trial had become cause of celebre in the small town of Aspen, and Bundy filed a motion for a charge of venue to Denver on December 23rd. The Aspen trial judge granted the request, but the Colorado Springs, where juries had historically been hostile to murder suspects. On the night of December 30th, most of the jail staff on Christmas break and nonviolent prisoners on furlough with their families, Bundy piled books and files in his bed, covered with a blanket to emulate his sleeping body, and climbed into the crawl space. He broke through the ceiling into the apartment of the chief jailer, who was out for the evening with his wife, changed into street clothes from the jailer's closet, and walked out the front door to freedom. After stealing a car, Bundy drove eastward out of Linwood Springs, but the car soon broke down in the mountains on Interstate 70, and passing motorists gave him a ride to Val, 6 miles to the east from where he caught a bus to Denver, where he boarded a morning flight to Chicago and Linwood Springs. The jail skeleton crew did not discover the escape. until noon on December 31st, more than 17 hours later. By then, Bundy was already in Chicago.
Jesus.
The man was insane, but a fucking genius.
Seriously. I mean...
Well, a genius and an idiot.
Yeah.
The idiot part is, he could have been a free man.
He could have, but he didn't.
Genius, but because that escape plan was pristine.
Maybe that's where Shawshank got its idea from. Shut up.
What?
Shawshank Redemption, the guy, well, he didn't go through shit tunnels.
Yeah.
That was fucking crazy. It's like, what, 5 football fields worth of shit tunnels he went through? Busted through, and then he was all like, he just steals a fucking warden suit. That shit made me laugh. And his shoes.
Yeah.
Hi, Joe. That was our boss, but yeah.
Our direct boss.
Our direct boss, yeah. He actually gave me my PTO. Yay! And my birthday's on Friday, guys, which means I'm turning old, and my work children are looking at me like, the fuck? You're not gonna be here? Nope. Not for 2 extra days.
4 extra days if I get this shit. Trying to get 2 that
So I'm gonna be alone.
I'll be recording. You download Anchor so I could invite both you guys to do like a conference call or whatever. I found out we could do that. So you guys can download the app. Damn it. It's free. Yeah, so like all the crap that, you know, like he's done, all the shit that he's done, and like the victims, I feel really bad for all of it. The sorority house victims, that was really fucked up with that, with all that he did to them.
The most terrifying thing is though, he planned it all well.
Yeah, he was artifice when it came to like planning his, you know, who he was gonna murder or whatnot. All right. Kyle Omega, survivor of Ted Bundy murders. I was asleep when evil opened the door and attacked me. January 1978, the Florida State University campus of Tallahassee was pretty safe and secure, according to Ray Crew, a member of the university's police department at the time. It was not unusual at 3 a.m. in the morning to see people walking back and forth across campus because they felt safe, he told ABC News. Kathy Kleiner was a member of Chi Omega and was living in a sorority house in 1978, and she said her parents felt that her living at the sorority house was much safer than living at the university dormitories. Being in this sorority was a wonderful part of my life, and it would be like having 40 sisters, said Karen Chandler, Kleiner's roommate. Across the U.S., however, authorities and residents were grappling the unimaginable news that convicted kidnapper and suspected killer Ted Bundy had escaped from a Colorado jail in 1977. Bundy had been charged with the murder of Karen Campbell in Colorado when he crawled through a hole of the ceiling of a cell and escaped. There was a second escape. Previously, he had jumped down from a courthouse second-story window and had been on the lam for 4 days. Giving me this, I see you inside my peripheral vision, cookies. I seen you. In the early morning of January 15th, 1978, sometime between 3 a.m. and 3:15, an intruder, later identified as Bundy, broke into the sorority house carrying some sort of wooden club. The crew was on a routine patrol in the morning with his partner when they were 2 blocks from the sorority house, and the call came from the radio, and he said that there was officers that drove over. The fuck was that? Oh. As I stepped in the house, the girls were yelling, upstairs, and there was a lot of crying. Top of the stairs was a girl named Karen Chandler, and she said she was down on the floor. She was bleeding quite badly from the head injuries. Do you know what had happened? She said there was a loud banging noise that she had heard, and she had to mention her roommate Kathy Kleiner. When he entered Chandler's bedroom, he found Kleiner. Her jaw was actually hanging off to one side. It was only one hinge on one hinge. It was still attached. She was totally incoherent and in shock. Her jaw was broken in 3 places. Holy shit. He'd beaten and strangled Margaret Bowman and Lisa Levi to death, and there was a bite mark on Levi. Oh yeah, there was a bite mark, I think, on her breast and on her ass cheek or some shit like that. Yeah, he bit her.
He took ass to a stream limit.
Yeah, he fucking... Debbie Citarelli lived on the other side. Okay, yeah, so this is after all that, he fucking just went on a rampage. The one thing about it too is like he wore different disguises. I mean, there was like pretending to be injured. He had a plaster of Paris cast to make it look like, he was injured. He had uniforms to look like law enforcement. He actually had a pantyhose mask on. Like pantyhose. Yeah. So dude was pretty fucking like brutal. I mean,
and frighteningly intelligent.
Yeah. Master manipulators are like the really bad type of people to be around because you don't know like how bad their sociopathic activities or tendencies will drive them. It's like a socialite trying to make it to the top, like she kills the queen bee and she tries to take their place. You know how it is. Yeah. I'm just like, holy shit. Thoughts, opinions, comments?
Peace out.
Peace out. And we hope everyone enjoyed their Easter moments with their families and whatnot.
I was sleeping during the whole fucking day.
Oh my god. I finally crashed about 1 something. Yeah.
I crashed that too.
And then I couldn't sleep. I woke up at like 5 and I couldn't sleep. So I was up. I only had like a small window of like sleep, and then I got up and I'm like, fuck, and I can't sleep. And then I decided I want to do my makeup, and I did my makeup and all that jolly good shit. And I was like, now I'm suffering. I want to sleep right now, but I can't.
I was fucking tired. And then all of a sudden my neighbors were blasting hella music to where my bed was shaking. So I was like, oh no. Went out there and I was like, turn that shit off. Or down at least.
I'm surprised there was no fucking incidents around my complex, because usually when it's like holidays, it's always something with somebody. Like they're always fighting over some dumb shit or whatever.
I had to hear a full mariachi band.
Nice. I like mariachi music. I mean, it's how I was raised around it, growing up in New Mexico.
I mean, it's better than hearing suddenly people play fucking rock music at 2 a.m. in the morning.
That's me. I'm bitches. But I don't blast it. I mean,
They blast it.
Like, what kind of degree of metal is it? Is it just regular hard rock, or is it alt rock, industrial, heavy metal?
Doesn't matter if you can hear it and feel it through the walls.
No. No, that's actually heavy. No, death. I don't know. One of a couple genres I know. Yep. So for you females, that was Theodore Bundy. We kind of just like covered some of the basics on it. We're not gonna get all in deep, because if we get in that deep detail, we wouldn't be done talking about it. We'd be still like on episode of 100 talking about Bundy, just to cover all his murders and shit. Yeah, I don't think so. Join us tomorrow as we talk about something else. We need to start coming up with more choicey decisions or topics. The dangers of the deep web. I'm just kidding. I'm not touching that subject with a 10-foot pole.